Hello and welcome to the brand new and improved Recall the Moment podcast. I am Josh.
I'm Justice.
And we are Recall the Moment. We've had a little bit of a orientation change. We've moved scenery and everything's kind of different this time. So we're going to try it out and see how it goes. Episode 2. What's
Our
up,
second
man?
podcast. What's going on?
How you been these last couple of weeks?
It's been a little stressful work and everything, but the music always, puts me in a good mood.
Yes, it does. That's for everybody.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
So,
so today we finished shooting for the video.
Yeah, we did.
Trials and Triumphs.
Mm-hmm.
It's not done yet, but the shooting is done.
Which I've noticed everyone calls it Trials and Triumphs, and there's no S at the end.
Trials and Triumph?
Yeah.
Trials and Triumphs.
So, even our producer had made it Trials and Triumphant. And like nobody can get the name right. Even me.
It just rolls with triumphs.
Yeah, I say triumphs too.
Yeah,
but that's on paper it's triumph.
Right.
So I just thought that was a little bit cool little lore that went along with it. Is like no one's ever gonna get this name right. It is what it is. It's
as
a
long
good
as they
song.
like the song. Yeah, as long as they like the song, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's definitely a good song, man. I really like it. Think it's come out pretty good.
Agreed.
Compared to where we were at first with that song, you know what I mean? It's come to life, I think. You know what I mean?
It had a lot of potential before we had it produced, but now.
Yeah.
Everything has changed so much on it, for the better. But the root of the song is still there.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I definitely think our producer, you know what I mean, is doing an excellent job. I mean, I couldn't ask for nothing better, man. Like, as far as the songs are going, man, I really think, they're turning out pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, he's got, I think he might be testing me a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you and I, we know, they don't know. Now you know. We're working on another song. And it was going good the way that I was recording it, so it's seeming more and more like I might actually get a little chance to produce it a little bit, which is cool. I'm happy with.
Yeah, definitely. You do a good job. Give you props, man.
Thank you. We'll see when it's done, whether you say the same sentiment or not.
That's going to be good.
Yeah.
I know it's going to be good.
I like how it's turning out right now. It is nowhere near done, but it will be ready for next year.
Yeah. Should we get a name for it?
You can, sure.
Tragedy is going to be the new song.
Yep, Tragedy, and that'll be next year's song. We do have Ridicule for this year.
Yeah, Ridicule is coming out when? December?
October.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Definitely another good song. I think it turned out really well.
Yeah,
that's with our collaboration with Eric too. So.
Yeah. Which he seems excited about. I did talk to him about it a little while ago.
Yeah.
And he seems pretty excited.
Yeah, I like his work, man. Like, he's definitely
absolutely. He's
a beast, man. He's
changing people's lives.
Yeah, like, I mean, he's definitely got a talent for it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. It takes a while here for you to be able to do the things that he's doing.
Yeah,
like he can start from
learning
scratch,
everything. And
exactly, and just be able to like do anything. And he's like a master at that MIDI.
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
I can't get anywhere near what he's doing right yet, but I am trying to learn as best as I can.
Yeah.
So we're gonna set you up with Studio One here soon too, right? You're gonna try to get a computer figured out.
Yeah, I got my interface. My laptop's a piece of crap. I need a new one. I got my desktop, but with
that's probably the best place to try.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Studio One interface. It's a good program.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't remember what I was gonna say. So we're just gonna. This is gonna happen all the time. I'm not gonna remember what to say. So as of last time, like I said, last video, this is just to kind of introduce ourselves and get to know each other. A lot of times it's gonna be random nonsense mumblings or like us discussing something to do with a song or or any of that kind of realm. I mean, we might not even stick to music for a lot of this podcast.
A lot going on in life, you know.
Right. So the general idea is we usually have practice, and then after practice, we kind of hang out on the porch and talk. So we thought, let's just go ahead and do that, but on camera. So
right.
You're just kind of catching what we do normally.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Nothing too exciting, you know.
Right. It never is.
Just chilling. Chilling.
I mean, sometimes there's some funny stuff that goes on.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that'll ever be on here. But yeah. So I did have kind of like I said, kind of an idea of like let's go ahead and make some discussion. So in your opinion, to start the discussion, what do you feel you bring to the table in this band? Like, what is your strength or possibly weakness, you know, in your own mind?
Man, well, for me, and you know, I say this because I've heard other people say this, is I do think I have my own sound.
Yeah.
I try not to follow. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like a lot of bands that's out there. But I do think that I do have my own sound that I bring. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. And almost anybody I talk to, I tell them that you are like one of the best melodic players in Delaware. Like, I really enjoy the way you write a riff around the melody.
Right.
So, I mean, I would agree with that. You do have your own, you know, unique sound. When you play a guitar, you know it was you who wrote it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. There's like, you know, old friends that have said that, you know what I mean? You show them a song and, you know, they're like, man, that sounds like a Justice riff. Like,
right.
That's what it was. So I think that's, you know, a good strength, I guess. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm not trying to sound like anybody.
Strength.
You know, I'm not trying to copy anybody. Sometimes that's going to happen, but...
Yeah, I think it's kind of crazy, though. Like, we have such a unique sound, and we started as practically a cover band for Alice in Chains.
Yeah, and Stains.
Right.
We was playing a lot of Stains.
We did
covers.
play a lot of Stains. You're right.
Alice in Chains. Yeah. I remember them days.
Yeah, exactly.
R&R Grill.
Yeah.
Crystal Pistol.
Didn't we do like the Apple Scrapple and stuff?
Yeah, we did Apple Scrapple. Yeah. We did Riverfest in Seaford. We did that. Yeah,
I remember that. Yeah.
Yep.
Which one was it that we were sitting on the porch?
That was Riverfest.
That was Riverfest.
Yep, that was Riverfest.
Okay.
And Apple Scrapple was at the church.
Yeah, I remember the church, yeah.
We couldn't use our old name because it was a little offensive, I guess.
Yeah.
I still love that name, but I guess I don't know, man. Doesn't work for a band, I guess. That's, you know.
I mean, it is, what Titan Harem?
No.
Or This Hatred is Mutual.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You can't call yourself that at church. Probably frown upon that.
Yeah. But, you know, it was good times. Man, we used to play a lot of shows, man. Like,
we did.
Parties, house parties, shows.
I reminisce about it a bit here, too, you know. So.
Yeah, like when my camera got stolen, man, I was so mad because I had, like, all of our shows were videotaped, you know what I mean? And I lost all that, man. Like, but, you know, we got new memories coming now. Definitely new music.
New people,
yeah.
I've been talking to a handful of my cousins. They're wanting to help out.
Yeah. Cool.
So I might put them on camera duty or something like that. Just they want to be involved. They want to be included. So
That's cool.
I'm down.
Yeah. I got a couple friends, you know, they want to start, you know, they support the band, you know what I mean?
Good.
But they want to, like, show off the shirts and, you know,
I have to
take some pictures and yeah. So I got quite a few people that are, you know, willing to give us a shout out.
Yeah. I'm hoping next time we have this little podcast thing that Poison will have 100 or more views on it.
I would like that.
We're getting close. I think we're up to like 85 or 87 now.
Yeah.
And I would like to see it hit 100.
It would be nice to surpass that, and you know what I mean.
Like small beginnings. It's our first song.
We are starting again, and you know, like I said, I definitely think we are going in the right direction, though.
I do too.
I'm impressed, man. Like, with these 3 songs, I think they've turned out awesome, man. Like,
yeah, and there's more to come too.
Yeah, like I couldn't be happier with it, man. Too. Yeah, Tragedy's coming.
And I know you don't like Redemption all that much, but
no, I do like it. I do like it. It's just kind of not my sound, but
yeah,
I need to add. I need 50, to throw my 50. Take on it. I need to throw my spin on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Redemption's a song that I had wrote, and the first time he heard it, he said that he just shut it off, didn't even listen to the whole thing. But I like it.
I do like it. I do like it. I'm not saying it's a horrible song or nothing like that. You know what I mean? It just sounded different. Is what it was.
It is different. I've been writing a lot of different stuff lately,
and that's a good thing too. I mean, that's not bad. You know,
yeah,
I'm trying to do that too. Like I'm trying to. Like I said, I'm not trying to follow anybody, but I am trying to learn from other people, you know?
Yeah.
I always try to learn from people, man. Like,
yeah, well, it's always nice to learn and be a teacher, you know? And that's something that, like, my family has always taught is, like, growing up, you know, that, you know, you can never perfect anything.
Right.
You know, there's always someone ahead of you, and there's always someone behind you.
Yeah.
So being in the middle and being willing to teach the one behind you is just as important as learning
from the person ahead of you. Yeah, right.
So I try to use that as much as I can, you know. So all right, for weaknesses, what we got going there? What do you think?
Oh man,
a weakness to Justice Ramos is?
Too much drama right now, man.
Too much drama.
I got too much drama going on, man. Like
stuff keeping you busy, huh?
Kinda, man. Like I'm trying to stay away from drama. It seems like the harder I try, the more drama comes my way. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't get it, man. Like, maybe it's life lessons. I don't know. Like,
maybe.
I don't know.
Your camera's still recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I can't see his camera. We're trying a 2-camera setup today, so I don't know how that's going to work.
I'm definitely trying to make the best of my situation, though. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get in a better place than where I was.
Right.
Like I said, trying to just get away from drama, man. Like,
yeah.
Things that bring you down, and you know.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like just every time I try harder, it seems like more BS gets thrown in my face. You know what I mean?
That's like the old saying, you know, like the more money you make, the more you spend.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so, which we actually had that happen last year before.
Oh, I know how it goes, man.
Crystal had won like a raffle or something at work, and ended up with a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
And then something to the house had broke, so we spent all that money.
That's how it goes. You know, That's how it goes. Yeah, car problems, house problem.
Right. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of like that, I would think.
But you know, I'm not saying it's stopping me from what I'm doing, but you know, it does kind of get in the way. Some things, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Some weeks are slower than others. You know.
Yeah. But I'm just trying to push forward, man, and you know. Staying positive, you know what I mean? I think that's the best thing, I guess.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It is.
Yeah, just staying positive, and I got a damn gray hair on my hand, and that's tripping me out.
I got a couple.
I like gray hair. Oh my god, man! It's all on my face, but
I've got a couple in my beard now.
I got more than a couple.
Yeah, and like that's new to me. Like, I was going bald, for the last year or two, but then I started seeing gray hair in the mustache. It's like, shit, I'm old. Like, I'm just old now.
As long as we can keep doing what we're doing, man, that's all that matters.
Our producer keeps calling me Uncle Josh.
Uncle Josh.
So, like, I feel like the old uncle now.
Oh, God. What's going to happen when I get around?
You might be Uncle Justice. He calls everybody Uncle, though, so I'm surprised Crystal...
well, that's a good thing.
I'm surprised Crystal isn't Uncle Crystal, so I mean, maybe that happens one of these days. Who knows? I don't know.
So, what about you? What is... I know you have a lot of strengths, you know what I mean?
I got a lot of weaknesses, too.
What do you feel your strength is towards Recall the Moment? I mean...
I think I think the most positive thing that I have in like the arsenal is being the multi-instrumentalist.
Right.
Being able to play.
I wish I could play the drums, and you know what I mean.
So like, if something needs something,
you know,
that I have the abilities to do that. Yeah. I think that's a bonus to having me around.
As far as like producing too, man, like you know, back before Eric, when we was using a Tascam recorder.
Yeah.
Man, I was giving you props, man. Like you knew how to work that thing, man. And
it took a lot of years to learn to do that, though.
But you
wasn't an overnight thing, you know.
Like when we first recorded Ridicule.
Yeah.
And I listened to it, like whether it was on a CD at home or in the car, like it sounded like a big production, like it just sounded like it was produced by, you know.
Yeah. Took a lot of time.
Bob Rock or somebody like that, you know what I mean? Like it turned out good, man.
I don't know about all that. I mean, like it sounds good for being a homemade demo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it sounded really good, man.
And now it's just, I think it's at its best.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, when I first wrote that song, like I thought it was just like an acoustic song and
right. I remember. Look, this is how it went down. Justice, like, I got this song, but I don't think you're gonna like it, so I don't know if I'm gonna send it. And I was like, I just send it anyway. And it was him on video on his porch playing his acoustic guitar.
Yep.
And I loved it. And my first comment was, I'm going to make it metal.
Right, yeah. I remember at first it was like a Viking song or something.
It was.
And I hated that. I hated that so much. I was a Viking song?
I didn't like it either. I couldn't think of any lyrics, man.
Oh, man. But,
oh, my God. Like, we need to find... I'm sure there's a recording of that somewhere.
The first recordings?
Yeah, where it was a Viking song. Like... it was not good. It was not good. And like he was trying to be polite about it too, and you know, like I mean, like this little thing could change, and I'm just like, if it's bad, just tell me it's bad. You know?
I hated it. I hated the lyrics. But now, like you know, when you wrote the lyrics for that, man, like it was. I didn't realize at the time you wrote it about things that was going on in my life.
Right.
And like I was touched by that, you know what I mean? And like the things that I heard in there, it really, you know, hit home, you know what I mean? And
right. It was almost kind of a song, like the lyrics wise, it was like it was about you, but it was from my perspective.
Right.
You know, and like I know you were going through a lot of shit, but I wanted to be able to tell you some things that I, you know, was having a hard time saying back then.
Right.
So, like, that's where a lot of the lyrics came from. It's like, I see what you're going through.
Right.
And it sucks.
It did. So,
it's, dude, like, and I'm sure if you asked our producer about it now, when we were retracking the vocals for it, after the bridge, there's a bit of it that I scream like really loud, like kind of like you're supposed to be emotional with it,
right?
And I was nearly in tears, doing that. So I mean, it is an emotional song to me. It means something to me. So.
Right. It definitely does to me too. You know what I mean? Like, and like I said originally, I thought it was just going to be like a acoustic instrumental, you know what I mean? And like when I first heard that electric kick in and the drums, and I was like, oh man, this is awesome. Like it sounded really good, man. Like
I could hear it as soon as you sent it. I could hear it, and I separated the audio from the video and then made the first version of it, and I was like, I'm really digging this. So
yeah, it turned out really well. And then I guess after you and Eric messed around with it, like man, it sounds really good, man. I'm glad like somebody was willing to jump on our song too. That
it was kind of accidental.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it turned out good, you know. I mean,
yeah, I was struggling. Like I was getting it right, but I wasn't getting it the way he wanted me to on the vocal.
Right.
And he had got on there to show me how he was hearing it in his own head.
Yeah.
And when he got done, I was like, well, man, I mean, like, it sounds so good with you on it, you know, why don't we just keep it that way, you know? and I didn't think he was going to say yes, but he did. He said yes. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to say this, too, that I think another one of your strengths, as far as, like, Poison. Originally I had tried to write the lyrics for Poison, and I knew what I wanted the song to be about.
There was good groundwork there.
But man, when you threw your take on it, man, like I was blown away, man. Like it really, that's cool. I loved it, man. Like it was awesome. I mean, so Poison, I'm definitely happy with that too. It hit home a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously, I've been through a lot.
Yeah. Well, every day is a different step.
Yeah.
You just take it one step at a time.
So, like I said, for me, I'm just trying to stay positive and keep the negative out, and you know what I mean. Just keep pushing forward, man. But musically, like we just come together, man, and make things happen, man. Like even when we had the other person in the band, like it just I don't know what to say. Like it just wasn't right, I guess. You know what I mean?
Didn't mesh as well as we thought. He and I kind of butted heads a lot.
I think that's a big part of it. You know what I mean? But
which is
because he's a great friend. You know what I mean?
That's where my kind of weakness is going. Is like I've done this long enough to where I know what I know and I know what I like. And I want to do things a certain way.
Right.
And you have to be a team player. You have to be able to work together.
To bend and
But there are times where it's like, look, like this is how it's gonna be.
Yeah.
And he and I together just got too emotionally aggravated with each other.
And I saw it all the time.
Yeah. So
I had conversations all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I mean,
both of you. So
he is a great guy, and we talk,
definitely.
Even today, we still talk.
I haven't talked to him in a minute, but
we don't really mesh well musically together. Our styles are so far different that we have struggles being able to come together. He's very headstrong on what he wants. I'm very headstrong on what I want. But I would say that's my weakness. Would be like a short fuse. I want shit done. I want it done now.
Well, we spent a lot of time working on a handful of songs.
True.
And it shouldn't have took that long, really, honestly.
I agree.
But me and you, like, I think we just come together and make things happen, man. Like,
right.
When it's time to crunch, we crunch. You know what I mean?
We do. That's true. You can tell when we're getting kind of heavy in the crunch time too, because it's like we're sending tracks to each other constantly, 2-3 times a day. What do you think about this? No, I don't like that. I want this other thing.
Right.
It's a back and forth.
Yeah.
But it gets things done. So when we do get together and kind of track everything on our own, we know where we're at. We know what we're doing.
But sometimes we don't even you already know where I'm going, or I already know where you're going with it. That's what I mean. Like, we just come together, man. Like, it just, make things happen, man. And musically, I think I couldn't see myself working with anybody else, honestly.
Oh, man.
I admit that, man.
That's touching. I appreciate that. Same, vice versa as
We've been playing for a long time, man.
We have.
What, 2003?
I was 17 when I started working with you. I am 35 now.
So it's been a minute. Yeah, we had a couple little breaks in between there.
Yeah,
but,
we did. Yeah.
We always seem to come back together, though, man. And now, musically, man, I think the songs we're putting out are just great. I mean,
agreed.
I enjoy listening to them. A lot of times I wouldn't listen to my own songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I enjoy these songs, man.
You kind of have to, though. Even if they're bad, you need to know why they were bad.
Yeah. But I think we just come together and great things happen. I mean,
I agree. I really do agree with that. And like I said before, you're one of the best melodic players in Delaware. And
I don't know if I'd say that, but
I would. I've met a lot of musicians.
Right.
There's a whole lot of talent in Delaware.
Oh yeah, damn right, man.
But
a lot of young guys too who just
no one plays melodically the way you do in Delaware. You know? So I mean,
that touches me, man. That makes me feel good.
So, all right. Well, let's go through how we met.
Oh man, so you was working at Walmart.
Yeah, I was working at the Walmart
with my mom.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like my first week there too.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you met my mom. My mom's like, "Hey, my son plays." You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, like she was very frantic about it. I was like, "I got my 2 boys. They like playing that kind of music too. What kind of music do you play?" And I was like, "Well, I'm a drummer." "Oh my, they need a drummer. They play guitar."
Yeah,
blah, blah.
yeah.
And then by chance, they showed up at work.
Yeah.
Grocery shopping.
I remember that. Yeah, me and my stepbrother. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, and that's how we ended up meeting and getting together. I don't think your stepbrother thought that I was gonna like take it serious.
Really?
Yeah, because when we first had the first conversation, like we had the meeting at Walmart,
right?
And it was like everybody's like, yeah, we'll get together.
Yeah.
And he thought maybe that was the end of it or something like that. But like he had called or texted, I can't remember now, and was like, well, what do you think about this day or this day to record or play or practice? And I was like, yeah. So, and you guys showed up and we started working. He was like, I didn't think you'd actually do it.
Yeah.
Like, I remember him saying that, like, I kind of thought this was like a pipe dream.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you guys got pretty close too for a while there.
We did. We went to a Peter Frampton concert together.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. He ended up moving away from us though, and
he did. He still plays music though.
Yep, he still does. He just played a show not too long ago, like last weekend, I think.
Oh, nice.
Sometime. I seen it on Facebook. But yeah, he's still playing music, still doing his thing.
That's awesome,
I mean?
man. I wish him the best. He's a great guy.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's my bro. You know what I mean? Like, acoustically, man, he's got a great singing voice. Like,
I agree.
He definitely has the acoustic thing in him.
100%, I agree. And I don't know if it's the kind of guitar he uses or if it's just his play style or something, but the tones he can get out of an acoustic guitar. They are amazing.
He's got some talent, man. Like, I couldn't, I wish he was going farther and into it more than what he is. You know what I mean? Like,
he might just be happy with what he's
but
doing.
I think he could definitely go farther.
He could have progressed a lot further than most of the people we know.
Yep.
I really believe that. I mean, he's got more talent in his pinky than most people.
He does. Yeah, musically, man. Like growing up, like I remember him, like his first music, I guess, was like on a keyboard, man, and like he was just learning songs on a keyboard and picked them right up, man. Like I was impressed. You know what I mean?
And he's not shy in any way, shape, or form.
No,
like he could get on stage and have a presence.
Yeah.
And that's something that I don't know yet. I'm still learning how to do that. Well, as a drummer, I did it for a long time. That's originally what I used to play was the drums. I started as a drummer, and then I moved up to a rhythm guitarist. Now I'm a vocalist.
Hey,
here I am.
Multi-talented.
Yeah. But for that context, is like I know how to have like a presence on the drums, but doing the whole standing up and staring into the camera and stuff, like that's foreign to me. It doesn't come natural to me to do
Me too. Don't feel bad. Me too. But yeah, man, like we've come a long way. Met a lot of people. A lot more people are coming into our lives that
that's true. They are.
That are kind of helping us out, and
we got to remember to keep it fair. You know what I mean? Like I don't like taking from somebody and not giving back.
Right. I got you. Yeah.
So I mean, whether that comes in the form of helping them out in some way, or helping the new guy that comes in and doesn't have anything. You know, and helping them start out, like. We have to find a way to pass it forward in an appropriate manner. It's the right thing to do.
Yeah. You always got to pay it forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just.
Well, a lot of people forget that.
They do. Yeah. They definitely do.
And musicians are kind of like they like the state of themselves anyway.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of times where like they don't want to help.
Right.
And I hate to say it. I mean, like, but it's true. We've known musicians where they don't really want to help the little guy because they're the little guy and it doesn't make them look good. And does that really... I don't necessarily agree with that, So...
like you know, some of the bands like we used to play with all the time when we played like the Hartley shows or the house parties. Like I was like a lot of Anti-Prom, yeah. A lot of these guys have some talent, man. Like,
oh yeah,
they're really like really good. Like, you know,
most of them are gone now. Like, not in the music scene anymore.
Yeah. Like, what happened? Like,
well, we grew up. Some people had kids. Some people had families.
I had kids, and I grew up. But
I know you did.
Know,
yeah.
I just always...
It was more of a dedication though. It was like you were like, look, despite all these things, I will be a musician. You know?
Yeah.
As where a lot of them were just like, they were all coming out of school, so it was like,
true. That's true.
You know, I finally found a job. I've got a kid coming now, so I'm just gonna stop playing.
Like, I can remember being so young and always being like, I want to play guitar. I want to be a musician. You know what I mean?
I was a drummer, yeah.
And
still to today, you know, like, the only reason I'm on the vocals now is because we didn't have a vocalist.
Yeah.
I originated in Recall the Moment as the drummer.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely think you have a lot of strengths that you bring to the band.
Yeah,
you know?
Like I said, that comes with a lot of weaknesses too. Like I said, I do have kind of a short fuse. I acknowledge that. I know it, and I do try to work around it a lot.
Yeah, but you got a lot of knowledge. You know what I mean? Like you definitely, I can say you definitely are dedicated, man, and definitely try your best. You know,
I really, really appreciate that one.
Yeah, you definitely do, man, and
it's nice to see like someone appreciate that.
You know what I mean? You're my bro too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, obviously. I don't want it to end up being like I love you, man. I love you, bro. But yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, like, we've been brothers forever.
Yeah. Been through a lot of stuff.
I might have to cut out that F word. I don't know if that's allowed on YouTube.
Probably not. Maybe. I don't know.
I'll mute it.
I've been trying to not cuss.
I curse like a sailor. Sitting here and talking is like the hardest thing to do because I curse like a sailor 24/7.
Yeah, me too.
So like sitting here for a half hour and not saying a curse word is like agony almost.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's almost slipped out of my mouth a couple times too. You know, but yeah, man. Like things are happening for us, man, and you know, I never thought, you know, we would like have a producer, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it is kind of crazy.
Just thinking about that, like, you know, we've come a long way, man.
We've come a long way. Now we've got a podcast.
We're not at the top, but we've come a long way.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever be at the top, honestly. Nah, like a couple thousand people watching might be like the goal.
Right. Well, that's the goal for now. You know what I mean? Like, I would like a couple thousand people watching this, but
you know, I try not to expect much. You know, because you know it may not work out. You know,
right? But
on YouTube or videos or Rumbles.
I'm still gonna keep doing what we're doing. You know what I mean?
Obviously. I mean, like, that's what we do best is we write music. We want to share that music with people, and this is the best way that we can get it across.
You know, Poison, like I said, man, when you wrote the lyrics for Poison, man, I think it could touch a lot of people too. That, you know.
Well, like I said, I wrote them based off of the rough tracks you gave.
Right.
You know? But you should have saw him trying to record the vocals.
Oh my God, I'm not a vocalist.
It was
by far.
It was kind of hilarious. He'd get up on the microphone and he'd take a deep breath, ready to go, and then walk away.
Man.
Couldn't do it. No, nothing. And that's when I think we decided I was going to be the vocalist.
I think so. Yeah. Well, you know, you originally did Ridicule, and like Ridicule, like I was like, man, you got a effing scream on you. You know what I mean? Like,
I try. I really have a lot to learn vocally. You know, and I am learning like how to kind of hone it in a little bit better.
Yeah.
And it's been nice having a mentor to teach me a little bit on like where I should stay, where I should not go. Like, so that's all been helpful.
Yeah, that's why I say I always try to learn from people. You know what I mean? That doesn't matter if you're on the top or on the bottom. I can still try to learn from you. You know what I mean?
Like I said, someone's always ahead, someone's always behind.
Yep.
So.
But yeah, so the video is done. Shooting. I guess we just got to get everything.
Yeah, and we did get to see some of the a little bit of what's already been done to the video.
Yeah, I liked it.
I like it too.
Man, yeah, I like it.
It's got a little bit of AI art into it.
Yeah.
It's like they're still pictures, but they're moving. I don't know how to describe it, but
kind of animated. But
yeah, it's kind of like a half and half still / animated.
Yeah.
But it's good. I think what's been done so far is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing how it
Yeah,
finishes.
I can't wait, man. Crystal's doing a good job on what she's helping us with. You know what I mean? And that's all like kind of volunteer work. You know what I mean?
It's all volunteer work.
Yeah, man. Like it's coming together, man.
Nobody gets paid here.
Yeah, unfortunately,
we don't even get paid here. So
unfortunately, but that's why I got work that 9 to 5, and
Right. Well, with the advent of the internet and all that, it's been easier too. So like, I can record a track and send it to you over the internet, even if we're not in the same space. We can still be working.
I never thought the idea of an internet band would,
Same.
Kind of, it's kind of grown on me, I guess.
I mean, you ask
what else are we gonna do though? Like,
ask a lot of musicians nowadays. It's hard to find 5 people that are willing to get together in a room and write.
Yeah,
without arguing, fighting, or having a whole lot of drama or something going on.
Yeah.
So
we've been through it.
Yeah. Every band we've ever been in, there's been bouts of that here and there.
Yeah, something going on, or
So.
But yeah, man. Like, I think So Trials is coming out mid-June.
Mid-June. There's no date yet. I'm gonna put it on the distribution site. I'm gonna put it on there tomorrow.
Okay.
Which would be a Monday. You're not gonna understand the date because we're recording this before. Anyway, it's. Shit! I lost my train of thought. It's coming out in June, but our distributor gets to pick the day.
Okay.
So I tell them what month I want, and they're gonna
put it out.
So we won't know until they know, and I'm supposed to start that process tomorrow.
Right.
So once that started, and I know, then I'll let you know.
I'm glad we can hear us on Spotify.
Spotify. The Pandora thing kind of sucks, though.
I actually looked at Pandora, and our old band still has some songs on there on Pandora.
Okay.
But yeah, I wanted the new stuff to come on Pandora.
It's not even an option on the distribution site anymore. So I don't know if maybe that company and Pandora had an issue or a falling out, or maybe there's an agreement that they didn't finish out or something.
Seems odd though, but
it is. So I mean, we are on Spotify. We do have the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
TikTok is actually doing pretty okay. The numbers wise, the views wise.
Yeah.
The Facebook's doing good. I'd like to see the YouTube kind of get boosted.
Yeah, that definitely. We got to start the IG to Instagram.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that to you, and I'm putting it on record so that he has to do it now.
I might have somebody help me out a little bit with that though. So we'll see how that goes.
That's fine. Oh, and we do have a Rumble now. So I did sign up the Rumble account.
Okay.
And all of the videos that you find on YouTube are on it.
Okay.
And they said something, I don't know how it works or whatever, but if we make exclusive content for Rumble, they'll help boost our page more.
Okay.
So that might be something to look into the future or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know how it works, but that's the way I understand it.
Right.
So, and it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of a boost here and there.
Yeah, definitely.
So, in the future, there may be Rumble exclusive stuff. Yeah.
We'll check it out.
So, you want to go ahead and...
Yeah, so, okay. We have Poison's out now. Trials and Triumphs coming out mid-June. And we got Ridicule coming out October. So if all the viewers, please go find us, like us, share, subscribe. We are Recall the Moment.
Peace and love, y'all.